back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Alyssa.
And I'm Ben.
And we are here to sit down for a second and bring you some super exciting news in that we are, in 2 weeks, 14 days, leaving for my graduation trip on the Disney Wish. So we wanted to sit down and make a video that kind of goes over our timeline, is kind of a plan and pack with me. The later half of this video will be all about packing. I'll take you with me for everything that I'm packing, including fish extenders, which we are doing. But for now, we're gonna just chat for a while about everything that we're gonna get into on this super magical trip. Are you excited?
Very.
To start, I wanted to walk you through, why we're going on the cruise, who we're going with, because that's also important. So this is a super fun graduation trip for me. I just graduated with my doctorate in physical therapy. And so we are going as a big celebration, and we're going with, obviously, Ben is coming.
Really?
Yeah. And we're also going with my parents, my mom and dad, and my brother as well, which is very exciting to me because my brother used to be a cast member in the Disney College program, but he hasn't been to Disney since quite literally 2017, like January of 2017.
8 years.
Yeah, he has not seen Galaxy's Edge, he hasn't seen Toy Story Land, and he hasn't ridden Guardians. So he has missed quite a bit in the 8 years that he's been gone, and we're finally getting him back, and yeah, it's gonna be fun.
I am very proud of you. You worked very hard. It's time to celebrate it, so I can't wait. I'm excited.
So like I said, in this segment of the vlog, we are going through the timeline. We are going through day by day. I was going to say minute by minute, but that would be a bit excessive. Hour by hour.
Is that a challenge?
Right? I think he could do it. A fun fact, if y'all didn't know, I am not the brains behind the Disney trip. I am the
Passenger princess,
yes.
One may say.
Yeah. So I'm the vacation princess. Ben here literally will plan everything. He has everything. He's a mastermind to everything. And so he has planned one heck of a vacation, and so this is why he's here in the first place in this segment of the vlog. Otherwise, it would just be me yapping to you guys. But I had to bring the brains of the operation in to kind of explain what's going on. In 2 weeks, we're not going to give specific dates. So in 2 weeks, we'll start with our travel day. So we are leaving bright and early, I believe, right?
So our flight leaves from Houston at 10:40 a.m. So not bright and early, but not
more of
late.
a manageable time.
Yeah. We land at MCO at 2 p.m. And then from there, I don't know yet if we're going to Uber or take the Mears Connect, but we will take one of those to Fort Wilderness. We're staying at Fort Wilderness for one night because we're flying in the day before the cruise.
And we are staying in the family cabins at Fort Wilderness. So we will take you along there, give you the room tour of all that.
All 5 of us.
All 5 of us are staying. So this will be like a 5-adult situation in there. I've seen videos where it's like parents and kids, but we are all packing into the cabin. Hopefully it's a new cabin, but honestly I wouldn't be mad at I was going to say I wouldn't be mad at an old cabin either. But we will show you how it is. And then on
at least one of us is getting the bunk beds.
Yeah. I feel like it's going to be Eric who gets the bunk bed. So, but something that's super exciting about the first night is that we are actually doing a fun dining reservation at the
Hoop-de-doo Review.
Hoop-de-doo Musical Review. This was a last-minute dining reservation.
I was like, well, let me just see. I haven't been able to find reservations because I had been looking at it beforehand, and I wasn't seeing anything. So I was like, oh, let me just see. There's probably not anything. Pulled it up. It was like, sure enough, there's something for that day. I was like, oh, they have it.
So usually Hoop-de-doo literally sells out, by the time the 60-day reservation is. So the fact that we even got a reservation is kind of cool. So yeah.
Kind of cool.
We're excited. I think it's a late dining reservation. What time is it at?
8:30. So we're the last showing. So it's going to get nice and rowdy.
Good.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
So then the next day, we embark on our cruise on the Disney Wish. So for that, I believe our boarding time is around noon-ish. We got an earlier boarding group, I think.
I think we were 5. Weren't we boarding group 5 whenever you did all of that?
I think so, yes.
And there's 40-something?
I don't know exactly.
So we're one of the first few, which I'm here for.
Yeah, and so we booked the Disney transportation to the cruise. So they'll pick us up from the resort, take us to the cruise. They'll pick up our bags, and we won't see those until we get our room.
Yeah.
So then, and that's embarkation day. There's not really any other plans.
That'll be another aspect of this packing vlog, is figuring out what needs to go into kind of like a carry-on or our embarkation day bag. I've heard from a few tips, mainly from this guy here, Knowing Things, that you really want to have an extra bag if you are planning, or whenever you're embarking, if you're planning on doing like swimming or any meds that you might need or anything that you are going to need before the rooms are ready, since they do the whole take your bags and then it magically appears in your room thing. You don't want to have them take an important item and it magically appear in your room after you need it. So
yeah, it looks like the ship departs at 3, so I'm assuming that the sail away party will be around that time.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then I do not know what our dining reservations are, like our signature dining is for that evening. I think you find it out once you get on the ship,
Which is kind of exciting.
because then you can book. That's when you can schedule, like, oh, I want to do trivia, stuff like that. You can go put it into your itinerary.
I'm so
once
down
you're
for
on
the
the
trivia.
ship.
But
So
we do know, and I'm sure a lot of you watching, if you've watched, other Disney Wish vlogs, we do know that the 3 dining reservation options, or the 3 dining options, is the oh shoot, what is it called? So one of the
there is.
Is it Roy? Is it Walt? Is it
Hold on, no. It's something 100 or whatever.
19?
Uh,
Do Disney Wish.
I know.
Hold please while we look up the names of the restaurants because we don't actually know them.
Is 1923.
Yes, which is the Walt and Roy one. That's the one that we couldn't really think of the name for. The other one is
World of Marvel.
Okay, yeah, World of
that's
Marvel.
one, yeah. And then the other one is the Arendelle.
Is it just called
It's
Arendelle?
just called Arendelle.
Yeah. So, personally, I'm mainly excited for the Arendelle one, obviously. All things Frozen over here. But I'm kind of also looking forward to... I've heard that World of Marvel is a lot of people's favorite. And then I'm also looking forward to the 1923, just because I love all things Walt and Roy.
Looking forward to all of them. I'm excited for Marceline Market. Just saying.
Yeah. But for the...
For the buffet. Just for the buffet. Well, actually, no. I will be first in line for the churro waffles.
When do they... But those
have
are
to
at a
ask.
breakfast or something.
I don't remember when. I think it's on the Pirate Day. I'm not sure.
Is it only Pirate Day?
I don't know. Yeah, it's one day on the cruise.
One day? Oh.
Well, anyways, I don't know if we mentioned, we are doing a 5-day, 4-night cruise. So we will leave on Monday and get back on Friday. After embarkation day, our next day is day at sea. We did have a massage planned, and then we just decided to cancel it.
Yeah. So
It's expensive.
Well, not only is it pricey, but also there's 5 of us going on this trip, and so I felt like I didn't really want to go
and disappear.
Yeah, go disappear for a while whenever my family's there, my parents, my brother. So we'll just be hanging out probably at the pool. So the next day, again, we'll have late dining reservations. So dinners are around 8 something, I think.
So day 3 is our port day. We are doing an Eastern Caribbean cruise, so our port is Nassau, Bahamas.
The Bahamas have always been on my bucket list to go see, and honestly, this part was one of the selling points for my dad to join us, or to go here in general, because he's also wanted to go to the Bahamas. So on that day, we are doing a excursion that is like a land and sea. It says Discover Nassau by Land and Sea. It's like is it a 3-hour tour?
It's a 3-hour tour.
No one's gonna get that.
Someone will get it. If you get the reference, please comment below. I hope someone gets it. Someone will get it.
Did you get it from my family, or did you get it because you knew?
No, I knew it beforehand.
Okay, cool. So maybe there's hope. Anyways, so that involves a catamaran ride with all-inclusive drinks on it.
They take you on a tour of Nassau.
Yeah.
They show you celebrity homes and stuff like that. I think they drive you by Atlantis, and then they come back. We dock, get off, and then we go on the land part. They take us on a bus tour. They take us to the Queen's Staircase, Parliament area, and then takes us by the port area where you can go shopping.
Oh, wow.
And then it takes us to Atlantis.
And that's where it ends.
Island, and that's where it ends.
So then we'll head back to the ship from there, and then we'll take off. And I don't think that's Pirate Night. That's just regular dining night.
I don't know. We'll probably find out once we're on the ship.
No, it's regular because Castaway Cay is the
Pirate Night.
Pirate Night.
Okay. So, anyways, next day, day 4, is our perfect day at Castaway Cay, however you say it, and that is all day. That's gonna be fun.
That's gonna be like our beach day. We don't have any reservations as of right now. I think that one will be another one where we avoid the family section and we go straight to the adults only section. And they have like the buffets and stuff. Everything's all inclusive on that day, by the way.
Everything's all inclusive every day.
Except for obviously souvenirs you have to buy. No. But like Nassau, you have to, anything you do on Nassau, you're buying on Nassau. But whenever you get to Castaway Cay or Key, whichever one it is, the buffets, the food, the transportation around the island, all of that is included because you paid for the cruise. Because you paid for the cruise package, they'll just let you run amok. So I think tentatively, the plans, I would like to do the 5K. Like the island 5K.
Absolutely, yes.
So I think Ben and I will do the 5K.
Knock it out in the morning or something.
Yes, like get off the ship early, just because we wanted to do the little 5K and get the medal. If there's a medal involved, I need the external motivation to run. So that's my external motivation, and I will be running. And then we're just gonna have a nice beach day. We aren't renting cabanas. We're not renting any like gear or anything. So I might honestly buy a cheap pair of goggles and just doggy paddle and snorkel away. This one and my dad are scuba certified, so he, is bringing his snorkel gear, and I'm not sure about my dad, but
he's probably bringing his.
Yeah, ahoy, matey. So that's the plan for Castaway Cay, whichever you call it. So then once we get back on the ship, again, 5:30, we will have our...
Not at 5:30, but later in the day. We'll have our third dining reservation.
No. We'll have to be aboard.
Yes.
It says guest aboard at 5:30. So at 5:30, then we'll have our third dining reservation, but it's going to be a repeat because it's going to be Pirate Night. So
yeah, this is the last night. Mm-hmm.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's the last night.
Oh, no, that was so fast. Anyways, we'll have Pirate Night. They'll have the menu for Pirate Night, and we'll be sad that it's the last night.
Yeah. But it'll be Pirate Night. It'll be fun. There'll be fireworks.
But not to fret, because...
we get back on Friday.
And
we disembark, and then we take the shuttle and check in to Art of Animation, which is a bucket list resort for her, because she loves art.
Yes. This is one of my, childhood bucket list ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we will be checking in to a family suite at Art of Animation for, again, 5 adults will be staying there. We will give you the full tour, the full rundown. We're there, the whole trip, we're there from a Sunday to a Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And all this is happening in that short little time. But anyways, we'll check in to Art of Animation. I've heard / watch that typically you want to plan, you'll probably arrive to whatever resort you stay at by 2 to 3 p.m. So it's going to be an awkward time where you probably don't want to buy a park ticket if you need to buy one, which in our case we don't, but my family does. Probably not going to be a park day for those who are watching this to kind of get a feel of how to plan their trip, but
we are doing dinner at Disney Springs.
Yes.
So after we check into Art, we're going to make our way over to Disney Springs, where we have a reservation at Morimoto Asia.
Yeah, I've been wanting to try this restaurant for a while now. I also did want to mention that I know Disney's doing that promo where they give you the free admission to a water park day on your check-in date. And we were kind of playing with the idea of doing a water park once we checked into Art of Animation, but...
if we have time.
If we have time. But because they kind of get you there after noon...
You might have an hour.
Yeah, you'd have to book it to the water park, and they close at 5. So it's probably not worth it to do that either. So I think this is going to be the night where we're kind of just wandering around Disney Springs or something.
Yeah, no plan that day besides dinner.
Yes, because the next day, we will have a very early morning at Epcot for Flower and Garden Festival. And we'll probably knock out all the usual rides that we do.
All of them, pretty much.
Yeah, honestly, Epcot is very doable. The only thing that I would ever suggest on a Disney trip doing Epcot for 2 days is if you really want to take your time in each of the countries. And then no dining reservations because we're just doing the festival.
No, because we're going to go eat and drink around the world.
Yeah.
And then the next day, our last day, the day we leave, Sunday, we leave at almost 8 p.m. Our flight leaves at like 8 p.m. So, then this was like last minute. Like we just planned this last weekend or something like that.
I think this week.
Just this week.
Yeah.
We decided we were going to do Hollywood Studios on that Sunday.
So since we have like basically a full park day, Hollywood Studios was obviously the one that I feel like has had the most work done on it since Eric has been to Disney. And so easily that was also one of them that we were like, oh, we got to get you there to see. So that will be like our full day there.
Oh, and then we do Oga's at 2:50. That'll be done by like probably 3:30. And then from there we'll go back to Art of Animation, get our bags, and head to the airport.
Yeah, which I don't think we'll do Magical Express. I foresee us doing Uber.
Yeah, I think we'll Uber because they've got the check bags at the value resorts now. So
yes,
we won't need to shove all of our big suitcases in an Uber.
So that is kind of our trip in detail. That's kind of the walkthrough of the plans that we have. One last thing is we wanted to show y'all. We got our magic bands. So we have magic bands already, but we wanted to get cruise specific magic bands. And so I'll let you start.
Okay. I got the basic Disney Cruise Line one. It's just got the Disney Cruise Line logo on there, and it's got a ship with little Mickey on the front. And then on this side, just little DCL logos with anchors.
Cute.
Nice and simple.
Yep. And then I got the Wish specific one. So it has kind of like the glittery nautical Mickey. And then on the one side here it says Disney Wish. Is it upside down?
It's backwards, but it's okay.
Disney Wish. And then on the other side, it's got kind of like a blueprint of the ship itself. And it's kind of that like midnight blue, starry. Is it still upside down? Golly, let's get it together. It's got like that starry kind of nautical theming going on. It's super pretty, blue and gold. So I also will do a kind of segment on what we got for the fish extenders as well. We did the general fish extender group and we did an adult only one. So I will kind of take you along with that as we make their little goodie bags or explain what's going in it because we have to fly all of that stuff out. So we hope you liked this part of the segment. Hopefully it was helpful to some of you guys who are planning maybe your first Disney cruise, your first cruise on the Wish, or those who are even curious and trying to contemplate whether a Disney cruise is for you or not. So we are now just gonna get into the packing segment. So without further ado, let's get packing for the Disney cruise that we leave for in literally 14 days. It is officially that time. It is time to start packing for our Disney cruise. And it's currently Thursday and it's almost 8 p.m. So naturally, I have been pretty successful at procrastinating. We leave in 2 days. So without further ado, we need to get into the packing portion of this video. And I wanted to start it off with showing purchases we have made in preparation for the Disney cruise, especially because we decided to do the fish extenders. So I figured that very quickly I would go through everything that we got for fish extenders. Before we get into fish extenders, let me go ahead and share with you a few things that we've purchased for like personal use on the cruise. We purchased two kind of accessories for the camera. The first thing that we bought was an ND filter, and I have it actually is magnetized into the little case here. So it's basically just a little magnetic piece right in there, and that dark circle can actually be made lighter. I don't think you can see it because the actual thing is... Actually, no, you can. Okay, so before you looked at it, you couldn't see any writing in there, and now if you look closely, you can see writing. So basically, it's a sunglass attachment for your camera, and it helps you with video quality in the sunshine. So that's the first thing we bought. We've been meaning to buy it since we got the camera, knowing that a lot of our videos would be made and pictures as well would be taken outside. So always a good thing to have. Helps with overexposure, stuff like that. And the second thing that actually just came in maybe like an hour ago is this little Pocket 3, which is the camera magnetic mount stand. So this guy here is what just came in. It's an attachment that can go, I think it can screw into the bottom of the DJI, and it can be angled in different ways. Let me see if I can open it. It's this little like magnetic mount. Oh, okay, so the bottom of the camera actually slips in here. The knob, like the joystick, will go in one of these openings, and then the camera will sit in here, so it's extra secure. And then you can, oh, okay. So you can open and close it. I think that's how you put the camera in. And then once you close it, you can lock it. That way it can't come out and the camera can't fall. And then I think this can unlock. You know what? Who knows? So this piece somehow, this little back clippy part, this is the magnet. That can adhese. This back magnet can stick, obviously, to any magnetic surface. It can fold out so it can be angled, basically, so the camera can sit up and down. It can sit like down, like fold out like this and stuff like that. I just don't know how to do that because I can't figure that out right now. And yeah. So super quickly, those are the two things that we have bought for the DJI. Getting into the fish extenders, we also ordered a door hanger for the fish extenders on Amazon. They're super, super cheap. So with that being said, I wanted to get into the fish extender stuff that we got. So in no particular order, we tried to find bulk things on Amazon. So one thing that we saw were these cutie little, I don't know if you can see them, they're like fun straws, which we know are kind of gimmicky, but we thought they were super cute and just something fun for people to have on the cruise if they're using like a reusable water bottle or cup or something. And they've got little Mickey heads that have like glitter in them that you can shake. I'm not gonna open them because I want them to be somewhat relatively clean. These are gift bags, and Ben pointed out that these guys have little stars on them. I don't know if you can tell, but they're little stars, and I think it's cute because it's the Disney Wish, and so, you know, stars are kind of fitting for it. So the next thing we have in here is something that Ben found as well, and these are super cute. They're little Disney like Pez dispensers. So we got a few of them in bulk. It comes with 2 refills of the candy, and we just thought, yeah, it's a little party favor, but it's gonna be fun. I feel like it's fun for kids, but not kids that are too young, and I'll get to that in a second, what we did for them, because we also kept that in mind. And then we got these little, well, they're actually not quite little. So these are, I'm gonna make sure there's no address. Everything is crinkly because it's in plastic, which is where it will stay until we get there and can make the goodie bags, because I don't want to contaminate anything. I want things to stay as sterile, I guess, if you will, as possible. So, hi buddy. We got people these little like inflatable drink holders. They're like a little inner tube thing. Figured if they don't use them for drinks, they're just a fun little floaty that people can use in their bathtubs or at the pool or something. But they are meant to hold little drinks. They blow up and they can just float around in the ocean. Whenever they get to Castaway Cay, they can use, or Key, whichever one you call it, I don't know. So then we got these guys, which honestly I'm kind of disappointed in. I thought they would be better quality, which I feel kind of bad about, but it looks like a rubber band, because it is basically. This is a band towel holder. So you take this, you put your towel on your chair, you take this, you stretch it around the pool chair or the lounger, and it will hold your towel in place of any wind and stuff like that. So we thought this would be a good idea. The last thing, we had 4 people in our fish extender who were ages like 6 and under, so like very young. Everybody else was older. So for those 4 kiddos, we decided that a better route to go than the Pez dispensers or anything like that, anything that they can't really like play with or enjoy, we wanted to give them something that they could enjoy. We decided to give them these little activity books. Each kid can get like, I think 4 of these, And so they're princess themed, Moana themed, Frozen, etc. All the current movies. I think there's an Encanto one too. But they are a little coloring book, and they also have some, let me see, like activities, like let's count and stuff like that. So I figured that would be decently appropriate for them. That way they're not like, getting a hold of Pez candies or choking hazards and stuff like that. And then to go with it, we also got them Jumbo Crazy Art crayons, 8-pack. That way they can color to their heart's content. So also kept the parents in mind there. Keeps, entertains the kids, right? So we are giving those to the littles, and that is it for fish extenders. And without further ado, I desperately need to pack because we are flying out of Houston. So I need to pack so that we can drive down tomorrow. So the time has come, and we've got to get cracking. So I will check in with you once I get this stuff put away and start figuring out what I'm going to do with myself to pack. We are wrapping up packing. That's all bin stuff, the fish extender stuff, and then the duffel bag is like the miscellaneous stuff and snorkels and stuff. We have my suitcase that is closed. The toiletry bag will go in the top here. We have shoes. Shoes are somewhere in here. I think they magically disappeared somewhere. We got my bag all packed. This is our Disney park stuff bag, as well as any souvenirs that we end up getting or anything like that. And then we have the medications for the cruise. So I think we packed like Tums, allergy meds, earplugs, chapstick, Advil, and cough drops. Just some of the like little basic stuff, just because I've heard that you don't want to, Cooper's squeaking his toy. I've heard that you don't want to have to need to use their doctor's services there. And so everything's packed. The list is somewhere and all checked off and ready to go. Just wanted to pop on and close out the vlog here. Everything is packed. We are all set to go. Ben is washing the popcorn bucket out there in the living room and doing the dishes as well. So there's just a lot of noise going on out there. But I just wanted to come on and kind of share with you the bags that we're all bringing. So we are both bringing 2 checked bag items, and I'm bringing 2 suitcases. Ben's bringing a suitcase and his duffel bag, and then we're both bringing backpacks on the plane to kind of use as our embarkation day bag as well once we get there. So we'll kind of repack that when we get there. I took pictures of all my outfits, packed them away. That way I can refer back to it on the vacation and stuff like that, just for a little bit more organization. And then, yeah, so everything's packed and good to go. We are ready to head out. All of our devices and stuff are charging. And yeah, so up next we have the travel vlog, and then we'll just kick off daily vlogs from there, from the vacation. So by the time you are seeing this video, we will be off of the cruise, and we will be embarking on the second half of the trip, which is the 2 park days and then the travel home day. We have weeks and weeks of Disney content coming up. So if you're new here, stick around, subscribe, like, comment, join the little Disney community, because we are having a full Disney summer. I'll just put it that way. I think we will have enough vlogs to get us through at least September, maybe midway through October, because that's just the way the vacations fell this year. And so hopefully you guys like this video. Hopefully you found some sort of helpful tips with this video, or at least with the planning portion. My packing portion was a little bit more chaotic. This is the first one I've ever done.
But if you made it this far, comment a boat emoji for our cruise. And I will see you guys very soon for the start of all the Disney vlogs this whole summer.